Books at the Bottom of the Stairs is about to enjoy a lovely meal. Here we go, empty chair, lasagna, risotto balls filled with cheese, fake beer, Caesar salad, flowers from down at the shoreline, candles by Magic, we waved a wand, and Sussex ginger ale from New Brunswick,
and
the evening view,
the full moon,
and then wait for this, gals and guys, I don't know who you are, beautiful full moon coming our way.
like a purpley piece, so it's going to make a nice little wedge. And then I'm going to kind of run it through here a little bit. And then it's starting to feel too literal to me, so now I want to
break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We are about to enjoy our little pieces of bourbon and scotch. Here, there's scotch. What did you have, scotch or bourbon? Bourbon. Crazy brownies. The candles are almost down.
That's right.
The music has changed. Oh, and we wanted to see the moon. Oh, I don't know if I've really got that. If I got a reflection.
2 moons.
Oh, those are the lights. All right, we may edit this out, gang. Anyways, it's a full white moon.
Trust me. Do you mind if I keep it?
Absolutely, keep it.
Thank
we have
you.
just finished a watercolor crafting morning. This is mine.
Oh my God.
And this is Cheryl's before. Let's just take that off before. This is before we got carried away. And you see it's got a really nice origin point. Now then we went into our collage box. And that just makes it perfect.
Oh, it's perfect. It is. It's creepy.
So it's still a beautiful day.
It is. Another beautiful day.
There's the water. It's a beautiful dark blue today. There are no ice caps, no little... And those are the people that we look down upon, literally, physically, spiritually, morally, and drunkenly. Welcome to Books at the Bottom of the Stairs. I'm bringing you something a little bit different today. My friend Sandy and my other friend Cheryl.
Oh my God, you're reading shoes.
That's right. We're at the cottage. We're having a good for our morale weekend. So I'm going to ask you, Sandy, what book are you reading on this crazy weekend?
Well, I can tell you what book I'm reading right now, but if you want to discuss a book, I just finished reading The Light We Cannot See.
Oh.
That was a Pulitzer Prize, so that was really good. So that was so dark, though, I needed to read something light. So I'm reading Heartbreak Hotel.
And what is Heartbreak Hotel about?
Nothing about Elvis Presley.
Oh.
It is about a retired actor, and he decides to open up a bed, or he is bequeathed a bed and breakfast in England, and he decides that there's so many people that are divorcing. He's going to open up a bed and breakfast called, and offer courses for divorces. Divorces for courses. And it's when your partner leaves you and you think, I don't know how to change a tire, I don't know how to make a meal. And so people come to the bed and breakfast and take courses on how to live again, how to be a full person even after they feel they've lost half of their life. And I'm only, I'm about halfway through so far.
Yeah.
So far, there's 6 people, and it's following their lives, and
Right.
they're just coming to the bed and breakfast now.
Okay.
So, and I needed something light because The Light We Cannot See was beautiful, but dark, very dark.
And do you remember who wrote that one?
No, but it's a Pulitzer Prize. It's
Right. We should show, all the viewers should know because they're supposed to be smarter than us.
Exactly.
And what was it so beautiful and dark about it that you liked?
Well, it was about World War II, and a walled city in England on the French coast called Saint Malo. Does that sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
My apologies for anyone else who's read the book. And it's about a blind girl whose father creates these. He's a craftsman, and he creates towns so the young girl can feel the town and work it out in her head how to navigate.
Right.
So
yeah.
He's preparing her for if he's not around. And then it's also about a young German boy and how he goes into he is, I guess, drafted. I don't know. He gets put in the German army, and he has a lot to do with radar and things like that.
Okay.
He's very, very crafty, and it's how their lives connect at some point.
I did read that book, actually. It was quite something. Really. Have you read it, Cheryl?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Well, all three of us read it and agree. It's quite something.
It's quite beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you, Sandy.
You're welcome.
Cheryl, what are you... Okay, let's start over. So, Cheryl, what book are you reading yourself?
I'm reading Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, and I'm just, 25 pages in. So it was recommended by Reese's Book Club, Reese Witherspoon, but I have been interested in it for a while, and I've heard lots of good things about it. It's set in the 50s and 60s, deep South USA, the North Carolina coast, and about a young girl called Kaya Clark, the Marsh Girl, and she's very, very poor. Her mother has left. Her siblings have all left very quickly because the father is abusive. They're so, so poor. She's gone in town to get a bag of grits and is learning how to, she's basically going to learn how to survive on her own. So I have no real opinion about this yet, except it's a nice reprieve from the book that I left at home.
Oh.
So the book that I left at home this weekend, I'm about halfway through, is by Colin McCann, and it's called a Pyragon. I think that's how you pronounce it. And apparently, an epiragon is a shape with a countably infinite number of sides. I don't really know what that means. But it's a story about two men, real life men, Bassam and Rami, and one is Israeli and one is Palestinian. And each of them has lost a daughter to some form of violence that's happening in that part of the world. It's very interesting. It's challenging, beautifully written, very challenging in terms of the history of that area, because I don't fully understand the history of that area. But on our way up here, Lorene explained to me very nicely and very well, and like calmly and like respectfully. She explained to me the history of that area. So I'm kind of excited to get back to the book now because I love the characters, I love the way it's written, and now I understand more fully the history of the area, which will make it even more, not fun to read, but meaningful to read, I guess. So that's my library right now.
Thank you, Cheryl. We'll sing it with you. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down. Yeah. Left, right, left, right. Look past into the kitchen, and that's the loft up top, which we're going to head to next. Okay, we're coming up the stairs to the loft, and this is a lovely sitting area. This is the back little niche where yoga takes place. The spare bed, the books and games. Lovely seating area under the eaves. See, back up and there we go. Whoops. And the Light of Joy from IKEA. It looks beautiful when the cottage is closed up at night and just that light is on. It's absolutely beautiful from the road. And we look down at the kitchen. This is the last clip of Books at the Bottom of the Stairs on a road trip with Cheryl and Sandy. And I'm talking about Aggie Morton, Mystery Queen, Book 2, Peril at Owl Park. The gang is still talking. You can't get them to be quiet, which is great. I just love hearing them. It's been such a wonderful trip away from the city and just getting away from being sick. I mean, one of my friends is a nurse, so if I get really in trouble, I'm in good hands. So I am still pretty breathless. It has been a bit of a challenge to stay rested, but that's okay. I'm just going to take Monday and just, you know, really relax. And Aggie Morton has been great company for that. It's a middle grade reader, and Aggie Morton is the character of Agatha Christie as a child, and her buddy, who is not an orphan but has been sent to England, his family is still in Belgium, is Hector Perrault, and so sort of the early days Hercule Poirot. His family's from Belgium, so that's the connection. So a body has been found on Christmas morning, not quite under the Christmas tree, but close by. So Christmas is kind of a disaster. The police are coming in. There's two very strict grandmothers who have unrealistic expectations about the police, the Christmas turkey, and the dead body. And we're just figuring out right now where everybody was during the murder. And so far there are no suspects, and I'm about not quite halfway through. I'm really enjoying this. She's such a nice character. She's intelligent, but she's not aggressive about it. She's clever. She knows how to get where she needs to go in order to solve the solution, but it's logical. I mean, a governess will, not in this story, in the previous story, there was a governess who was a bit of a roadblock to solving the mystery, and so there weren't insane solutions. She still had to navigate the logical lifestyle of a child of the Victorian era. So I like that it's plausible. I like that the world that's been built is still has its constraints that the kids have to navigate. So I'm not sure where the mystery is going, and I'm just going to enjoy it tomorrow when I go home and probably spend the day in bed. So hopefully this gets all edited together in a sensible kind of a way, and if it didn't, then that's just the nature of this road trip. It's been kind of a laugh. We've had a really good time without laughing. It's been hard because it's so hard, but so all this suppressed laughter. It's just as hard to suppress your laughter as it is to laugh out loud. And I guess we'll see you back in town. I hope all that your reading dreams and adventures continue to come true, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.